Okay, let me see the file handling. Storage. Every data stored in the memory by using variable. Problem is the content of a memory are wiped out whenever the power is turned off. Um, Suppose 100 students records are added in array of structures. Um, Machine is then powered off after some time. When after the machine on, the 100 records entered earlier are gone. Have to enter again if they are needed. A named collection of data are stored in secondary storage like a disk, CD-ROM, USB drives. It called it as a files. Persistent storage and not lost when machine is powered off. Save data in memory to files if needed. Read a data from file later whenever it's needed. Organization of a file. Storage as a sequence of bytes logically continuous, may not be physically continuous on disk, but you do not need to worry about that. A last byte of a file contains end of the character, that is EOF. With ASCII code, hexacode is 1A. While reading a text file, end of file character can be checked to know the end. Here the two kinds of files. First one is a text file, contains ASCII codes only. Second one is a binary file, can contain a non-ASCII characters. Example: image file, audio file, video file, and executable file, etc. etc. Then EOF cannot be used to check end of a file. Basic operations on a file: open, read, write, close. Mainly we want to do read or write, but a file has to be opened before read or write and should be closed after all read and write operation is over. First one is opening a file by using fopen. File pointer, f file file star is a data type used to represent a pointer to a file. Fopen takes two parameters: the name of the file to open and the mode in which it is to be opened. It returns the pointer to file if the file is opened successfully, or null to indicate that it is unable to open the file. This is the example of opening a file. Here the file2 dot dat is a file name and the file pointer used. Whenever uh, no file to open means it returns the value, error value. Modes for opening files. The second argument of fopen is the mode in which we open the file, or that indicates open a file for reading. Error if the file does not already exist, or plus that allows read also. Next one is W. It creates a file for writing. Will create the file if it does not exist. Writes over all previous contents if the file already exists. W plus allows reads also. Next one is A. Open a file for appending. A plus that allows reads also. The exit function. Sometimes error checking means we want an emergency exit from a program, can be done by the exit function. Exit function called from anywhere in your C program will terminate the program at once. This is an example. Exit function that uses to terminate the program uh, whenever we want to exit the execution. Next one is writing to a file, using fprintf function. Fprintf works exactly same as a printf, except that its first argument is a file pointer. The remaining two arguments are the same as printf. The behavior is exactly the same, except that the writing is done on the file instead of the display. Next one is reading from a file by using fscanf function. Fscanf works like scanf except that its first argument is a file pointer. Remaining two arguments are the same as scanf. Behavior is exactly the same except the reading is done from the file instead of from the keyboard. The end of the file for a text file is checked differently. Check against a special character in the EOF. This is a example of fscanf. Reading lines from a file by using fgetS function takes three parameters. First one is a character array str. Next one is a maximum number of characters to read size. Third one is and the file pointer fp. Reads from the file fp into the array str until any one of this happens. First one is number of characters read equal to size minus one. Slash n is a read. Next one is finally EOF is reached or an error occurs. Slash 0 added at the end of the str if no error occurs. It returns null on error or end of file. Otherwise, it returns a pointer to str. This is an example of fgetS. Writing lines to a file f by using fputs takes two parameters, a string str and a file pointer fp, writes the string pointed to by str into the file, returns non-negative integer on success, EOF on error. Reading or writing a character f get c or f put c equal to get character put character for reading writing character from to keyboard. Exactly same except that first parameter is a file pointer equivalent to reading or writing a byte. Here is the example char c, then c that f get c file pointer 1 as well as f put c that c from file pointer 2. Formatted and unformatted input output. Formatted input output that using f printf or f scanf can specify format strings to directly read as integers, float, etc. Unformatted IO using f getS, f putS, f getC and f putC. No format string to read different data types. Need to read as characters and convert explicitly. Closing a file should close a file when no more read or write to a file is needed in the rest of the program. File is closed using fclose and file pointer.